After which they decided to go ahead and try and extract information from this Duragar general and stop this war camp from preparing itself for battle and its attack, seemingly on Craghammer in the near future. Through a strange, crazy plan they came up with, they managed to fly undetected over via flying carpet, giant eagle, and floating sorcerer over the entire war camp, made a Metal Gear run into the center of their main barracks, threw a bucket of goblin shit into the face of the one mind flayer, after which Vax bisected it pretty much in one surprise round of attacks. The remnants of the Duragar army in the side of this building have been destroyed, aside from a few stragglers that have laid their weapons down, and the general now lies beaten on his knees before the rest of the party.
So you found your way in. What's your purpose? What do you want from me?
Vax walks right up to him, walks behind him, grabs him by the hair, and right back to this position. Let's have a talk. Vexalia, we should have a chat.
Of course I would.
If you want blood, take it. That's all you're getting from me.
Okay, kill him.
Wait, no! Hold on a second.
A female halfling. She came down here.
Well, she wouldn't have gotten far if she did. Not with my people.
I take my dagger and stick it in about a centimeter and say, your master is gone. It's just you and your friends here now. I think it's in your best interest to talk. You could walk away from here. You don't have to die. If you can play nicely.
And believe me when I tell you, he usually kills everybody. He doesn't give that offer very often.
Go ahead and make an intimidation roll. With advantage because of his backing you up.
First roll the night. Yeah, natural 20!
Good night.
That's a way to start.
So, those 8 miles you
as you pull the blade into his throat, he kind of chuckles deeply against the strain.
Your halfling lass was foolish. We took her. We delivered her to King Murgle as a present. If she lives, she's probably ruined and broken deep within the dungeons of Emberholt. You're welcome to go for her there.
Tell us true. Where is it?
If I tell you, will you let me live?
I think that's very reasonable.
I think that's reasonable.
That's reasonable.
I'm essentially...
We will not kill you.
I think we can.
We could lock him up and then we could kill him.
We'll leave you alive.
We'll leave you alive.
Yes.
Don't just leave me alive. Give me a chance to walk from this building on my own, arms intact.
No.
And I'll give you the secret entrance to Emberhold itself, leading you straight to the throne room. Kvarn was responsible for forging the Alliance. For centuries and generations. His people and mine killed and fought. It wasn't until Kvarn came that we decided to work together for a common cause. Expansion. Unification. Dominion over this land and these mountains. Divided we were weak, petty, greedy. But with Kvarn leading us, we have purpose. We had growth. We could take what we like. And on but one's worth. If I fall here, many more will take over where I fell.
Well, we can see that's obviously worked out really well for you. I think that I'm satisfied. Are you satisfied?
What kind of creature is Kavan?
What is Kvarn?
I have not seen Kvarn personally.
You've heard rumors, though.
What I know of Kvarn, a being of immense intelligence. A creature that needs not walk this earth. One that does not touch the land of which it traverses. I know it sees all. It smiles from a toothy maw and laughs in the darkness, protruding from its forehead one nasty, gnarled black horn. A terrible source of its dark power. That is what's been rumored.
No natural creature you've ever heard has this type of essence to it. Having a single black horn.
It's clearly a narwhal.
It is.
It's a sentient narwhal.
It's an awful narwhal. Way to spoil the story, Liam.
Demon narwhal. Maybe we should go.
Narwhal.
Narwhal.
Well, I'm satisfied.
I am
I think
too.
we should let him go.
Why don't you
I
strip?
agree.
Do you want a handcuff?
Please.
Take off your clothes.
Let me.
Yeah, let's
let-
take we take Grog's handcuffs out of this.
That was not the deal. You leave me unspoiled.
Well,
of my
Sam-
life, and I tell you the way into Emberhold.
Well, tell us.
Take the hammer, but
You haven't told us yet.
it's
have
rough
you?
in here. Leave his armor on.
I already told you your weapons are ours.
In fact, we'll be keeping your weapons, your armor, and I believe your pride.
Yes. But your life is yours.
You may even outrun the dwarves we're about to set free.
Oh, good. Yeah. No, Percy's fucked up today.
I'm in a mood.
He picks up his warhammer.
I don't think so. No, that's mine. As a token to remember you by.
Unspoiled was the deal.
No, it's great. You
Wasn't
can
the
really
deal.
argue all you want to, or I'll just smash your fucking head in.
Wasn't
right
the
now.
deal?
Alive wasn't the
You said
deal.
you were alive, and your weapons were ours. What do you got?
I
shit
thought you
in your
meant
ears?
like not you wouldn't get dirty, like not spoiled. Which I was totally fine with.
Takes a couple steps forward towards you, holding the warhammer out.
Your skull is unspoiled.
Yes, Marat.
Suddenly, he turns completely invisible, vanishes from sight.
My perception's really high. Can I try to
Yeah,
find
we
him?
can. Perception check.
You hear
Perception check.
Wait, no!
he becomes visible again, about 20 feet out, gone down the stairs and towards the front door. And
Throwing a
he's
dagger at him.
Oh, look.
go for it.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing my axe at him with the
Oh,
chain of
good,
returning as
that's
well.
There's now a significant amount of blood beginning to pool down his feet as he's standing there. As he's frozen in place, Clarota just kind of steps up to the front of him, grabs his cheeks and pulls his head in towards him as his tendrils slowly wrap around his head. You can see the meat at the back of his skull, and with this horrible crunching sound, you see his head shudder as his limbs go limp. A few moments of this horrible slurping sound. You hear this dull, sickening, hollow sound. The tentacles release. Clarota releases his grip from his head, and the captain falls onto his back. Giant, bloodied hole in the center of his skull.
He ate his brain!
I guess you should have left the hammer, shouldn't you?
Some people are terrible
I'm going to
losers.
loot the body.
Yeah, well,
You don't see anything yet. You just hear bells starting to go off into the city.
should we all, okay, we should all put on black armor.
We should
Does
get
that
out of
matter?
here. Keyleth, you fucking
start hearing
go.
horns.
Let's go. Let's get down.
To free those dwarves!
Big horns. You start seeing torches being
Stealth,
We need
stealth,
to get
and
out.
get out!
lit. Soldiers starting to approach.
I shoot my
Tiberius.
grapple thing and go up on the ceiling.
Cast
Can we get
feather
out?
fly on this fucker over here. We need to get out of here. We just need to get out the way we came in.
Where's Trinket?
One left. All right.
Trinket's back on the
Now,
other
Trinket's
side.
back on the other side. Trinket didn't come with you to the battle because there was nobody to Trinket
he's on
across.
the other side by himself, all lonely.
Yeah, I know. You weren't here. You weren't here to protect your bear.
It's so terrible. He's safe over there.
Hopefully.
Oh, Trinket!
He's been ranging up to
Everyone, make a stealth check. As you rush up, you hear. You hear it as Undercommon screaming, "There, above, look!"
Maybe you should scream like, no, they went the other way.
Keep going up.
A stream of javelins come firing up in your direction. So, against Keyleth, 1 hits. You take 12 points of piercing damage.
I am no longer an eagle.
Oh my god.
So,
Not an eagle, and she's falling.
Keyleth's form shifts back into that of Keyleth. You guys are about 80 feet up.
Help!
At which point, both Scanlan and Pike go into a free fall along with Keyleth. So here's what happens. In the time this has transpired,
Yes.
you've rushed underneath with the magic carpet. All of you barely managed to hold on as both Pike and Scanlan and Keyleth all slam into the top of the...
Oh, okay. Except you're
You lost your
dangling
concentration,
off
so
me now
Glacial
by
Blast
your
didn't go off.
We slam
Thankfully,
in-
that
wait,
would have been
wait,
really bad.
We slam
Not
into the
good.
top of
Not
what?
Us.
You guys slammed under the top of the rest of the group
That's too many
in there.
people on the
Because you
carpet.
lost your concentration, your flight spell also dissipates. Grog is now plummeting. The flying carpet now has too much weight and is currently giving out.
We're gonna hit. We're gonna hit. I'm shielding the
I'm
healer.
shielding Scanlan.
So you all brace for impact. The actual carpet's careening out of control. You can see there's just barely the top of a building that you might be able to try and skim.
Can we jump onto the top of the building to try?
This is going to be up to the one who's been steering this whole time. Go ahead and make an intelligence.
Intelligence?
Yes.
Can I assist?
No.
My God, it's not me.
Can
Oh,
we
good,
do
good,
nothing?
good. 24.
24.
Yeah, some
You
pretty
just managed to skim the edge, which lessens your impact slightly. However, it does send you all into a full end over end topple.
Still holding a gnome.
Everyone, make an acrobatics check.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Which one to roll?
Do the gnomes get an advantage since the half elves are protecting them?
Depending on how we roll.
It's based on how you guys roll, because you're the ones who are holding onto them. So.
Okay. I
Well,
got
Scanlan.
Oh no!
Yep. So you got Pike.
Yeah,
Scanlan.
I got Pike.
All right. What'd you roll?
18.
Natural one.
A 13.
18.
23.
Okay. So
But I have a
half
plus 9
damage for you.
acrobatics. Plus 9 acrobatics.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So we're gonna roll some-
Natural,
Still gonna knock me out.
Roll some fall damage here.
I'm sorry,
Sorry,
Scanlan.
I got the healer. I got the
It could be
healer.
like
Okay.
an Acme cartoon. honestly.
18 points of damage.
I'm out.
Okay.
Out again?
You didn't have a lot of hit points left.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is the second time Grog almost
18 points of
falls
damage to
death.
you. The rest of you all take 36 points of fall damage, except for Grog. You were a full plummet. You're going to reduce the damage
I was
slightly.
very graceful on the way down.
Yeah. You take 45 points of damage from the impact, Grog.
45?
45 points of damage,
Oh.
and leave a small crater from the
And I
impact.
take
Thank you.
30.
You know, that could have been worse.
You and Scanlan both take 36, which put Scanlan into negative as well because he was not at.
No, he was fully healed.
Nope.
No, he wasn't. Percy, go ahead and make a death saving throw.
A
Sorry.
death saving?
He has 3.
What is that? Is that just
What'd you roll?
9?
That's a fail. So you have mark off one fail on your death saving throw on your sheet.
No.
Scanlan does make his.
He's alright. He's alright. He's
Okay.
alright. I've got a healing potion out and I'm pouring
But I'm
it.
doing,
I'm pinching Percy's nose and
and
pouring it
I'm
in his
pouring
mouth.
some down Scanlan's throat.
Okay. You hear a few other ballistae bolts hitting the wall above you.
Are we on the tunnel?
Stone. You guys have now pushed into the tunnel.
I wait for everybody to pass and I cast all my grand columns.
As you guys are doing this and rushing in, you're realizing there's one member of your party that you haven't had a lot of time with that you didn't think about to this
Clarota,
moment.
yeah, Clarota.
You now see kind of like floating via levitation ability about 30 feet away, slowly descending towards you as you're putting up the wall of stone.
Oh, come on, Squidworth, over here.
2 bolts go firing towards him. One which is overhead. A second one through his back, out the front of his chest, off the shoulder.
Come on.
We need to say
It's gotta have more than
recess the
10
roll.
hit points.
Recess the
All
roll.
right.
Wait.
You can see now and the bolt itself is about 4 feet long, made of kind of this long, jagged, pointed arrow tip. Clorta begins to falter and begins to hover towards you, almost like trying to swim through the air in your
Can we
direction.
run out try to
Oh!
rescue him?
He's about 20 feet from you now. You can try and reach out and put your hands towards him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I cast Glacial Blast right under him like a slide right towards us. And catch him.
Okay. So as you guys are running towards him, instead, this giant crystalline form of ice crackles up into what looks like some sort of strange
That's best.
winter festival slide that would be made for children in the center of town. Clarota, as it descends, 2 more bolts come towards him. Both at this distance in the darkness of the cavern, it's kind of hard for them to get a beat on them. Both just pass overhead. With eyes kind of lulling, Clarota comes down and hits the edge of the slide and almost loses consciousness at that moment, sliding through the ice. You guys manage to capture, grabbing his arms, lift him to his feet.
And now wall of stone.
You all make it into the tunnel. Keela turns around, raising her hands. The actual blackened stonework of this tunnel shakes for a second, and then a giant, thick wall of natural rock closes off the entire tunnel behind you.
Whatever we do from here, I sprinkle dust of tracelessness behind us the whole time like a fucking flower girl.
Will a healing
They could have magic in their possession.
I'll pull out a torch. Will you light my torch?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'll go to the left. I'll take up running to the left.
Okay.
Running,
Running.
really running?
Running to the left.
Grog goes charging into the darkened tunnel to the very left.
Let's go, everybody.
You hear
Take
the echo-heavy footsteps of Grog disappearing into the darkness below.
Go faster, him.
Grog, don't run too far ahead.
You guys give chase.
It's like
Yes.
having Goofy as a party member.
Hold on.
Hold
As you guys catch up to Grog, which isn't too hard. Unless are you going to a full sprint though?
on. No. I mean, leisurely jog.
Right. You catch up to Grog. The tunnel itself is about 30 feet wide, 20 feet tall, and it is a slow, continuously gradual decline and curve to the left,
Can you do another
like a
wall?
spiral downward. As you guys are having this conversation, Vex does a quick glance over. There are about 4 tents that are still set up. There appears to be a small ring where a fire was set up. You can see bits of charcoal and bits of long forgotten burnt meat,
I have
remnants,
2
charcoal and
firewood
such there.
bundles.
I'm gonna look for a seal to see if there's a seal anywhere around.
You do see on one of the walls there's a similar seal of a Bahamut.
Oh, this was her camp.
Kima was here.
Kima was here.
All right, so you guys end up making camp. You guys lighting a fire? Are you keeping it dark? What's your
Yeah,
plan?
I've got 2 firewood bundles in the bag of IKEA
I think
holding.
it's a
Can
good
we have
idea.
fire?
We're fine. It's warm down here.
It's fairly warm.
Yes.
Then no.
We've got Tiberius. If he's awake and cast light, let's just go into one of these tents. Let's go into these tents.
To a tent.
I know.
Yeah.
Most of you sleep in your armor out of necessity and paranoia. As consciousness comes to you, you guys are able to try and find your way back out now that you've been sealed in.
Can we squish through the little cracks?
No.
We have to cut it down.
You have about a 5-6 inch gap between each of them.
So we gotta break our way out of here, Grog.
Oh, do I get to hit things?
You do.
Start
Oh my
smacking
God.
the wall.
Can I just give it a try just to see if I make a dent?
Yeah, go ahead, make an athletics check.
And just to try it out, I'd like to bring out the flaming hammer of...
Actually, for this, I'd say it's a straight strength check. This is just physicality, strength against the stonework.
Might need to take your armor off.
Yeah. 23
All right.
with the hammer.
Yeah. 10.
Playing pillar
All right.
without it.
Because of
So,
what burns.
as Pike, as you go and swing at the pillar, you impact with all your might, and the pillar cracks at the impact. You're like, that is awesome. And you look up a few inches and notice that Grog's axe also is in the same pillar.
Teamwork!
You loosened it up for me.
Yeah! Best pals.
You guys, you take about 5 or 6 minutes or so. You manage to hack away enough in one of the pillars to leave enough room to squeeze through. You guys step back into the tunnel, all eventually squeezing through with the rest of your materials. Heading further down, about 15 minutes of travel go by, and the very air itself is becoming steadily warmer. The smell is this combination of kind of still water, groundwater type of a scent mixed with an ever-growing kind of sulfur type brimstone smell.
Smells like grog.
I would like to trip Vax.
That was quick. I insulted you and you tripped me in a half a second. Would you like to take a shot?
Make an athletics check.
Yes! Athletic 24!
Make an acrobatics check.
Suck it,
What,
elf!
what goes around comes around, baby. 22.
Oh.
Face down. Vax, a slight bruise on the cheek as you go face planting into the stonework ahead of you.
I'm going to voluntarily erase
What happened?
hit points.
What happened? Did you not stealth past that little pebble?
It's all right. When the illithid general is bearing down on your walnut-sized brain,
Yeah.
I may be there.
Hey,
I may
don't
not.
be rude to him!
You guys.
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
These cabins are getting to us.
Pike, did you ever fully tell us what all you saw in your vision? And have you, perhaps had any more visions?
I did. So, I saw something that was, there was a single twisted horn of blackened soul matter.
Soul matter?
It was a point of concentrated evil.
His horn?
Yes.
Nasty horn.
And it was so strong that I couldn't stay in the vision because I could feel that it was taking over. So it pulled me out of the dream among various things. But I
It's
saw
like the
some
horn of Sauron.
The horn of Sauron
your
is
cousin?
what it says. So.
Can you lead us the direction to go?
Yes, if I see things that are familiar, such as a cavern of blue crystal, where a fungal fortress, sort of entwined an ancient city of marble and
Places.
Sounds really shitty.
Did the blue
Sounds
gemstones look valuable?
amazing.
Clarota kind of nods and says,
That's where the colony resides.
Your colony.
Oh, a great city.
In which of those places? In the
In the fungals?
fungal.
Amongst the ruins of jade and glass.
Is that
Is
where
it
we
that-
should go?
Surrounded by a forest.
That's Yogvario?
Deep below Yogbar. That is where the temple resides, where Kavarn holds the Elder Brain.
This is where we need to go, I'm assuming.
He sounds like a real fun guy.
God.
Trip him again.
So I bet the fortress...
make a will saving throw.
Oh my
What is
God.
that? Wisdom?
Yes.
Well.
You feel a mental slap as Clarota glares at you from across the tunnel.
There'll be none of that. My presence.
I got bitch slapped.
8 puns.
Noted.
Listening, you hear 2 sets of heavy footsteps. And when you hear what sounds like some sort of a squeak sound, like a...
Cart. It could be some sort of device or compass.
From around the edge, you can just barely make out these 2 lumbering humanoid shapes.
Can we tell what they are?
I'm just trying to see if they're seeing us.
Yes.
They begin to step towards your
We
direction.
back away.
You guys back up and kind of flatten yourselves against the wall.
Separate signs.
You can see they're now both dragging behind them this small roughshod cart
Toss me this.
with something inside it.
Toss me this. String a rope across.
Okay, you pull rope across.
Oh, yay!
As they begin to cross in front of you, you go pull taut on the rope.
Stop.
The immediate one falls forward, tripping face first in the ground with a heavy. You guys hear in the distance this loud thud, this impact sound.
And we call,
ahead.
I go,
Grog!
I'm running.
On rage.
And I leap out, daggers at the fallen one.
All right, you guys come rushing in. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah! On rage.
How much does the ogre weigh? Or the ogres, as you said.
The ogres each will probably weigh nearly a ton.
Oh shit, really?
They're big.
they're huge.
So like 200 pounds.
They are. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, Grog.
Yes, Grog.
Close to that. Vexavax, you guys get a surprise round.
Awesome.
Jumping in the air, so
Yep.
I'm gonna go.
The guys on the ground?
Okay, and this is my, since it's a surprise, it's an automatic crit.
Yes.
Yeah. 62 points of damage.
62 points of damage.
Nice.
Wow.
You leap on and entirely eviscerate the ogre. You jump onto its back, slash into its back of its torso. As you pull open the flesh, you expose the back of the rib cage, and it kind of gives this horrible gurgling sound as it dies immediately on the spot.
What? Instantly?
All right, your turn.
I hunter's mark him,
All right.
and then I'm gonna shoot him with the explosive arrow.
Yeah!
like
Oh! So I'm gonna see if it hits.
You fire it It arcs slightly, smacks in the side of its chest and stomach area, with this cacophonous explosion sound that rocks the immediate vicinity.
Yes!
It takes an additional 2d8 points of explosive damage.
Nice.
9 points. And everything around it also takes the additional damage this whole
shit.
radius does.
Oh,
The
wait,
cart,
the cart.
the wood on the wheel side shatters and breaks and falls to one side. What you see in some sort of a glass container that was in the back of the cart shatters and cracks.
Oh no.
I'm still happy.
Well,
Still pretty cool.
So, Tiberius, you're up first.
Pretty good. I'll take a few steps forward and be like, oh, this is poppycock. And I'll shoot a scorching ray right at the dude.
All right, go for it. Go for roll for the attack.
Pew pew.
Okay, so yeah. So what'd you roll to hit?
Well, I rolled all 3 at once, because I have to do 1 for each.
Right. Yeah.
So I got a 12, a 13, and a 12.
Okay. All 3 rays unfortunately miss. Due to the darkness in this room, it's very hard to see, other than the slight glow from the lava. So you fire all 3 rays and you see them streak through, and each one gives off just enough light from the actual flaming ray to glow the vicinity, but not the actual target. You see them both streak off and slam the wall on the opposite side.
Wait, do I add my dex on those?
You add your spell modifier.
Which is spell modifier?
It's on top of your spell page.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 20 plus 9 on all that.
Good to know.
Yeah, sorry.
All 3 hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. So you,
There you go.
okay. First one does 5.
This is first time casting spells.
The plus 5, 10. I rarely do this one, kids.
At which point the cart seems to shift slightly.
oh no.
What
did
You can see something slowly, something dark, something
I thought it was gonna be a good thing.
amorphous and liquid nature begins to shift in the shadows.
Oh no,
Great.
is it on fire so we can see? Is it on fire so we can see what it is?
No,
Oh my god.
it's
cart
just
wasn't
this
on fire?
giant,
dangerous. It's fucking
black,
dangerous.
What is
liquid,
It's black
ooze-like
ooze.
creature that's black.
We just opened Pandora's box.
This is really, really bad.
Fucking dangerous.
Great.
I'm sorry,
Good.
I
Stay away
exploded
from it.
it.
Stay away from it. Stay away from it.
So, don't wrestle.
All right.
French
Go jump
kiss
in
that
it, is
shit.
what you're
It's
saying.
mine.
Ah.
I'm gonna lightning bolt the black ooze.
Okay. As the arrow disappears into its form, the bolt of energy, as you pull out the arrow and release it, it sparks, and you can see the blue energy kind of streaking behind the arrow. It plunges into this thick, black, gooey mass, and as it does, the lightning just gets absorbed into its form. It sits for a second, shakes and quivers, and then splits,
Oh no.
dividing into 2 separate, smaller
Ah!
slides.
What is this thing?
Seemingly unaffected by the damage of the lightning, other than the fact that you altered its form slightly.
Great, cool, awesome.
Grog, you're up.
Right, I would like to pull the flaming hammer out of the bag of holding, and I would like to run at
No, you'll get hit in the insect cloud.
this guy. What?
All right.
You'll get hit in the insect cloud.
Stay away from
4.
the insect cloud.
I forgot there was an insect cloud.
That's as far as you can get currently.
Oh, 'cause
the
there are
rough
bodies
terrain,
in
and
the
you can
way.
jump over the bodies to get there.
Wait, but my natural.
Then if that's as far as I can get, I would like to take the hooded lantern I have out of the bag of holding and
Difficult terrain
throw
does
it.
not slow my group's travel when this is my favorite terrain.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm dark. Boom. So you just go charging up over top of the ogre bodies, leaping, coming down with the hammer, you said?
Yes, with the flaming hammer.
You the real
Activating the flaming properties of rage
Okay.
and urine.
Flame on.
Alrighty.
Urine
Don't get
and
touched by it. Don't let it touch you.
That's
Don't
a
let it
t-shirt.
touch you.
Work those rules.
Alright, so as you come running over, leaping in the air over the ogre bodies, you come down and slam the hammer once into the side, the fire catching on the metal, on the black iron as it streaks through the air, lighting up the cavern around you. You guys see this like red arc as Grog comes slamming down into the ooze.
Hammer!
First one, it hits, boom, smacks the flames, ignite on the impact. You can see it kind of freaks out and quivers back with this screeching sound. As it does, there's a splash of the black ichor that hits your shoulders, and you feel it burn and bite into your torso. You take 10 points of acid damage.
Oh shit.
You reach back, not even thinking. The frenzy in your brain, you feel like just seeing blood and red in your eyes. You slam down for the second strike. deal the second impact. Once again, a spray of black across your body. You take an additional 10 points of acid damage.
Up close,
That's nothing for Grog. That's nothing.
Nothing.
Both of the creatures, they up next to you. These pseudopods kind of come billowing out, slamming into you with the force of an extremely thick, heavy battering ram. Both impacts slamming into your body, the leftover sludge begins to eat away and corrode the flesh upon impact. You take from both sides, non-halved, because it is not slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing damage. You take a total of 56 points of acid damage.
What?
From both slams. At this point in time now, the loud ruckus has been clearing through this tunnel.
Shit.
You hear
No, I'm not an Upper Hulk.
Is it another one
a
of those?
pair of clacking sounds, and you instinctively look up in the ceiling and you see two large creatures clinging to the ceiling, scurrying across with these strange hooked hands, before both immediately leap down from the ceiling.
Are you freaking kidding
What are
me?
those? What is that?
He's trying to kill us.
Tiberius, you're up.
Oh, I look at him with a funky grin.
All right.
It's a funky one.
That's right.
And, how much does he weigh? Like 800 pounds?
This is pretty heavy. You'd say probably close to 500, 600 pounds.
Ah, beautiful. I cast telekinesis and I hurl him over my head and chuck him at the other one.
Okay.
No, I want to get him away from Pike. And I don't think I can throw him that far. Wait, how far is he away from the lava, actually?
About that guy right there.
I'm okay. I have
It's
a
about
lot of.
35, 40
I
feet.
have.
Then-
She's good. I have a lot of armor.
I'll try that instead. I'll try to
Okay. Make
slam
a
dunk.
Make a saving throw. That fails entirely. So, the creature in front of you lifts up in the air and starts flailing about with its hooks, trying to find some purchase in the ceiling. You toss it over, and it lands squarely into the pool of lava in the center of the tunnel. You hear it screeching in pain as it begins trying to find its way out. Okay. That's,
I like lava. I like lava.
all right, that brings us to Grog.
I would like to come out of my rage.
All right, so there's a level 2 exhaustion
For
now.
the first time ever.
Wow.
I'll leave Pike where she is, and I'll run up and flank Iceberg Lobster Face.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's as far as you can get, unfortunately. 'Cause
Okay.
You're double fatigued.
That's my name in high school.
As you run past both of those
Double fifty.
slimes,
Iceberg lobster face.
lash out with pseudopods as reactions.
It's all the kids
So
call
2 attacks against you.
it. Long story.
That's a 22
Yeah.
and a 19.
Yeah.
All right, so both slam you for 24 points of bludgeoning damage. You're not raged, so it's not halved.
Okay.
So 24 against you, with an additional 56 points of acid damage.
Wait, what?
Unconscious.
Clarota is going to step forward
Save us.
to there.
Use your magic, you strange flair,
Do
you.
not use lightning
Yeah,
bolts.
no lightning bolts.
Clarota.
Clarota.
Which is forward,
Slacker.
uses his own, taking a note from Tiberius, uses his telekinesis spell. The Arcanist marks on its body flare up, and as it does, you can see this large
Yeah.
creature gets lifted up and slams on top of this hook horror,
That's awesome.
pushing it further into the lava and doing additional acid damage to the hook horror.
Yeah. And
Which,
besides,
Damn hook whores.
You see,
completely dissolves and melts the hook horror from the impact.
All right, Clarence.
As it pushes down, the ooze just touches the edge of the lava, not taking full damage for the impact, but just enough from the portion of it, taking an additional 5 points of fire damage. Alright, since that one. Great. Alright, that brings us to Hook Horror's turn, who is currently dominated by Scanlan. Is going to rush forward to the edge here and just strike twice at the creature
yes, Scanlan.
in the lava. The hook horror that Scanlan's controlling slams its hooks down into the ooze, causing the ooze to get pushed further into the lava. As you see, it's forming and dissipate and slowly disintegrate into the pool of lava, leaving this dark, cooled kind of surface element to it. It's slowly breaking apart and dissipating over the magma.
Bye, bitch.
End of its turn, it's going to try and make a saving throw against the domination effect. Rolls a natural 20. breaks
Oh.
the effect. However, I feel like it did its good for the turn. Turn, Tiberius, you're up.
Yeah, very well. I scooch myself a little bit over behind him.
One little, two little,
Right here?
Yeah, it's good. I can see his fanny from there. I'm going to cast Glacial Blast again, but I'm going to form a giant spike once more and jam it right in his asshole.
Oh, he's pulling it back.
And I'm going to try to catapult it right where it's over, because it's still at the edge of the maniple, right? Sure.
So you're doing a glacial spike in Concho him. Magically Concho.
Magic Ice Contro Blast.
Arcane 1,000 years later. Alright. So go ahead and roll attack.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Okay. Keyleth.
Do I have enough speed to get next to Vex there? 30 feet?
Vax, you mean? Yeah, you do.
Is that Vex?
You get there.
All right. Once again, I'm gonna Thorn Whip this bitch.
Alright. Go ahead and roll for attack.
8 points of damage,
Okay.
and I pull him.
How do you want to do this?
So
the creature splashing about with its claw.
So I take my Thorn Whip, and I go, whoosh, and I grab him, and I see he's still struggling, so I take another one, and I go whoosh on the other one, and I just go Spider-Man style, I go, whoo.
And as you do it, plummets face first into the both into the magma and the slightly still sizzling form left over from the
Magma
freeze that had
and
melted
acid.
there.
And just for flavor, I take a big gust of air, a big wind burst, and I go whoosh down into the lava pool, encrusting it all.
As you do, it slams down. You hear it scream. Underneath its body begins to quiver. The wind burst hits, and the cool air rushes through the tunnel. All of you guys, your hair and everything is blown back for a second. You have to cover your eyes. As you look back, the magma has cooled to a solid rock covering surface. As darkness falls back into the tunnel, near pitch. As Tiberius hits light in the tunnel, you look down and you can see the hook horror, which portion of its upper torso is now encrusted into the actual cavern floor.
Amazing.
Save Grog!
As Grog, you come to consciousness again.
Did I kill it?
You did, Grog.
Yes,
good
Grog, you
job.
killed it good.
Also,
I put my hand in my pizza.
You killed them. You killed them all, Grog. You were magnificent.
Yay, Grog.
Tell me more.
All right.
So can I also do a mass cure wound since I just did a...
Yeah, if you'd like.
Okay, so I'll also do a mass cure wound.
Yes, because I'm at 4 hit points.
Yeah, you're pretty bad.
Brother.
I'm
Oh,
fine.
brother, where art thou?
I feel fine.
I feel fine.
Fancy you.
Seems that there's one
All the
table
time,
where
that's right.
everyone's
4 hit
perfectly
points.
reasonable.
So you fuck yourself.
Yes, everyone on this side of the table's good.
There's an acid guy. Stab.
I was trying to save his ass.
Hurting myself on purpose.
All right.
22 points of
To everyone.
To everyone. Everyone heals 22 points damage.
I reload.
Oh, you're welcome, Grog. My best pal.
All right.
It's a language we speak.
Damn it, it's like our own thing.
You guys push forward down the tunnel.
Yes.
Grog, what armor do you have?
Even better.
Oh, it's like hides and leathers.
Just regular hide.
Yep.
Currently, as you're walking, you look down and notice that the armor on your torso has near completely dissolved.
Well, you're welcome, ladies. It's
hi,
time
Grog.
for a show.
Grog, will you put those away?
As it stands, you have no additional armor class bonus for any armor. Your,
Oh,
your
no.
hide armor is gone. It
What
is
about the
completely
black
dissolved.
armor? Put on the dwarven's black plate armor.
They're dwarves.
What if we melt it and
Okay.
then make it a big one? If it's magical, it might fit you. I don't know if that works.
That's
Hold on,
true.
hold on.
Don't wear plate
DM. I take off my magical armor, which was dwarven in shape before, but I take it off. It shrinks down to like a little toddler.
Sound
Like a top. I'm wearing it like a Scientology unibody underwear underneath. It's
Oh,
fine.
okay. Would that be
the armor shrinks down to like
know what that
toddler
means.
size, and I hand it to Grog.
Probably for the back.
And I go to my pack and I take out my old armor, which is acid resistant. Not quite as cool as what I was wearing, but I don't want.
You had 2 pairs of gloves.
I can't. Huh?
Kidding.
I can't stare at his pecs for the next 3 days, so I'll give him my armor and put on what I had before.
All right, so you take a moment and hand him new armor, and Grog, this scarred, nearly naked Goliath form has been lumbering through this hallway. Whew, modesty, Grog. You place the studded leather on
Studded
that.
leather armor +2. Okay.
So mark that for your AC.
Studded armor, leather +2.
As you guys take a moment to heal yourselves, you pull yourselves back up to your feet, and you tread further down this tunnel. Another 25-30 minutes of the slight curvature. It gets to get steeper and steeper until eventually it opens up into a familiar cavern to some of you. You see a large waterfall pouring down from above.
Bitches.
You see.
Looped around.
You're on the outskirts of where the next tunnel opens up, where there are a few small streams of lava pouring from the ceiling. You can look above and you can see the top of the downward cavern. There's the giant lake beneath, and across the way you can see the waterfall where Clarota was originally discovered.
We should go pick up Trinket.
Get your bear.
Trinket!
Let's go pick up Trinket.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
All right. You all step back and turn now into the tunnel that descends further into the heart of this mountain. You can see streams of lava pouring from the top occasionally, and one central flow of molten rock tends to fill half of the cavern, like a small river heading down into the base of the mountain. This is very familiar to you, as this is the path that your dream took
Guys,
you.
this is really familiar to me. So,
We spent a whole game doing
Well, we took a wrong turn, I guess.
Flexing our muscles. a
flexing
little
our
bit.
muscles.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I like it.
And
You
we're
got some new armor.
Y'all got naked too.
as you guys continue to beginning to step into the next length of your subterranean journey, we'll pick that up next week. Guys,